Welcome to the very first Cuberoo podcast. And yes, we've got a special guest with us, Sumeri. Sumeri actually works at Cuberoo, so she was politely forced to do this podcast, but she has a lot of insightful tips, and we are taking you along for this ride. So Cuberoo started about 8 years ago. We've grown a bit. We have 4 more people working here than when it just literally just me doing posting, copywriting, graphic design, which I should never do, by the way. So we've come a long way. And we try to keep the culture one where everyone feels very comfortable to be themselves. What has your experience been like working here? I think it's been over a year now. Has it?
I think this month, actually, it's a year.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Really cool.
It's a really welcoming space. You can be comfortable to be yourself. It's not like a judgy vibe. It's a bit weird for me because I'm the second oldest in the office. So it's a very young group of people. And that's quite an adjustment because all of the previous places I worked at, I was the youngest in the office. So it's a bit of an adjustment, but it's a nice adjustment. It's fun being around people more my age. And like I said, it's a very comfortable environment. It's not as, doesn't feel as judgy, and everyone is comfortable and you can be yourself. So it's very nice work environment.
We've come to the point where people are so much themselves that sometimes I have to tell people to put their shoes back on in the office, but it makes me more creative and I want everyone to be exactly who they are. And it actually brings us to the next point. Our clients' social media. The best social medias are really, truly authentic and they get to be themselves and show exactly who they are. We want to move away from doing too many trendy videos where you do exactly what the person next to you is doing, maybe just with better lighting. But yeah, what has your experience been with authenticity? What do you look for in the client? Reels work. How do you differentiate them?
I think it's important, like you said, with the trends to not just jump on a trend because it's popular at that time. If it doesn't fit with your brand, it looks odd and out of place. And I think authenticity in today's age is very important with all of the AI and all of that. You want a brand that feels human. So the more authentic you are, the more human it feels. So instead of like trying to fit in with what everyone else is doing, I think it's better to keep to what your brand is and what your personality is in your brand. So it shows through to the consumer.
I love that. We're actually going to chat today a bit about digital integration. And it's so important to know that everyone is chatting about social media. It's almost like a buzzword. And they're forgetting about all the other pieces of their digital presence. I'm talking now about website. I'm talking about your Google listing, the way that all these integrate. So as a user, do you sometimes feel like you go to social media and then you click on a website and it's either non-existent or you can't reach either the person whose services you want to use or the products that you want to see?
100%. I think a lot of brands sort of push websites to the side. They think if they either have Facebook or Instagram or some sort of social media that a website is not needed, which I don't think is true. I think you meet the brand on social media. That's where you are introduced to it. But then you go and read further on the website because social media is usually very short bits of information. It's not like a whole delve into the company. And I'm not going to scroll through 200 posts to find out what a company is about. It's much easier to go to a website, click on the About Us section and find out exactly what this company does.
I always refer to micro and macro messaging. So micro messaging is your social media. It's bits and pieces about your brand. It is maybe a service that's on special, or it's maybe meet the team, but only one member of the team. Where your website is macro messaging. It literally shows you every single service, every single product, every person that works there. It should be a 24/7 representative of your business, and it should have everything about your business in one place.
100%.
So
I agree.
I think that you can't have the one without the other one. And then I also want to chat about SEO. So if you've got a website but nobody can find it, what is the point? So SEO, what's your experience been? Do you think people take it seriously enough? Do you think it's maybe something that
I
they
think
miss?
a lot of people don't even know what it is or understand what it is. I think they use a easy setup website themselves because it's cheaper. And then that website basically goes to waste because if it's not linked to your SEO, it won't show up on Google. So if someone Googles your specific service, you don't have any SEO, that page is maybe going to show up on page 9 or 10 of Google results.
Which nobody goes to.
No.
They say if you want to commit a murder and hide the body, you do it on Google's page 2 because nobody goes there. Nobody is going to even see it or look at it. And the way to rank is really a bit of effort. It is SEO, it's your keywords. It is making sure your socials link. It's external links, internal links. There are 200 things you can do to boost your social media. We usually just start with the low-hanging fruits and the easy, obvious ones, but we can delve deeper. We do offer social media and SEO and website retainers, all of those. And we work out a custom solution for businesses to make sure that all their digital is integrated and actually works as a unit. And then I want to chat a bit about Reels. Obviously, it's trending. It's what's happening. It's what everyone wants to invest in. It's the obvious thing. How do we make Reels stand out?
I think it goes back to authenticity and sticking to your brand. I also think moving away from just this is my product and this is what we do to make it more of a fun type of thing, something someone less remember.
More.
Yes.
Who is it that you're looking at right now?
Exactly, because I, at the moment, am very much enjoying companies that sort of have feuds with each other, like Otaniqua Spar and I think it's LCN Science.
Yes.
And then Beds to Go has also jumped in between the mix, so the three of them are constantly, throwing videos back and forth between each other, and it's entertaining.
And I know you said it doesn't feel like an ad, which is actually your appeal.
I prefer watching an ad that doesn't feel like an ad. I know there are a lot of TikTok creators that do skits, like mini movie things, and then sometimes they'll integrate the ad into it, and I'd be halfway through the video and we realized, oh, this is actually an ad for something. And then it sticks with you much longer than something that's just in your face. This is what we do. Sometimes that's also needed, but I think if you want to communicate on a different level, especially if you're focusing on Reels and TikToks and such, it's like radio ads. The more annoying ones are the ones that stick in your head.
This is true.
Yeah.
So in other words, Reels 2025 need to be entertaining
100%.
and they need to not feel as much like an ad.
Yeah.
So use the platform. It is social media. It means it's entertainment, it's fun, it's lighthearted.
Yeah, I think it also isn't as formal. I think what a lot of brands, the mistake they make is they have a very formal type of business and they try to pull that through to their social media.
And it doesn't work.
And social media isn't formal, so it feels a bit awkward and out of place.
This is true. You have to be yourself and you have to know your brand voice. You have to know what it is that you want to put out there so that you can make authentic reels that people actually relate with and don't feel out of place. And then I want to end up with a little bit of a golden nugget. So everyone keeps talking about the algorithm. What do they need to do to get the algorithm right? And the thing that most people are missing is really engagement. Engagement is you commenting on other people's posts. It is you literally going and making those connections, networking online. It's the way other people are going to notice you. Instagram actually also marks you as inactive if you don't engage in other people's content. So that maybe is the thing to end off with. If you want to really grow your socials, start engaging.
100%. I think a great example of that is when you see a trending TikTok, you'll see all of the big brands in the comment section. You usually have like Google and Microsoft and all of these huge companies also in the comment section of like a smaller creator because the thing went viral. And I think that also gives them a bit of like, you can connect with this company because they watch the same things we do. And it's a great way of also seeing a different side of a company. I think Duolingo is also a really good example of that because they're very active in their own comment section and also on other companies' comment sections.
Love it. And it actually humanizes them.
100%.
I think that's the word you used earlier on, which I absolutely love. You want your brands to have personalities and you actually want to go and watch them because they're entertaining and they engage. So thank you for listening to our very first podcast. We are under 10 minutes. So I promised you is to always have very short podcasts. Bye, guys.
Bye.